Did you notice how confidently people talk about equality while living inside an arrangement that is anything but equal? And the funniest part? The imbalance isn't hidden. It's right there, in plain sight, woven into the daily transactions of life. Emotional, financial, practical, yet almost no one notices it. Men, especially, love to believe they're the ones providing stability. They imagine themselves as the pillars holding everything up. But if you look closely, you see something far more ironic. The person who gives the most ends up being the one most dependent on the relationship. It's a perfect paradox if you think about it. A man invests his time, his money, his labor, his emotional energy. And the more he invests, the more he feels he must stay. After all, who walks away from something they've poured their entire life into? The more he gives, the more he binds himself. Dependency doesn't come from receiving. It comes from giving. People think the receiver is the dependent one, but no, the giver is the one trapped. Because the receiver can always find another giver. But the giver? He's built his identity around being needed. This is the quiet brilliance of the system. The man believes he's the strong one, the provider, the indispensable partner, when in reality, he's the one who can't afford to leave. Men overestimate the value of what they provide. They imagine their contributions are irreplaceable. They think no one else could possibly do what they do. But the truth is far less flattering. Most of what they provide can be replaced, easily. Money? Someone else can earn it. Labor? Anyone can do chores. Protection? Modern society already provides it. But what can't be replaced is the man's belief that he is essential. That belief is the real product being extracted from him. And here's the twist. The more he gives, the more he feels obligated to keep giving. He becomes emotionally invested in his own exploitation. He thinks, "I've done so much, I can't stop now. I've sacrificed too much, I have to make it worth it. I've given everything, I can't walk away." This is sunk cost fallacy turned into a lifestyle. And the person on the receiving end? They don't need to manipulate him. They just need to let him keep believing he's the hero of the story. What fascinates me most is how men interpret this dynamic. They don't see themselves as dependent. They see themselves as loyal, as committed, as responsible. They use noble words to describe a situation that would feel more like a trap. A man looks at everything he pays for, everything he maintains, everything he fixes, and he thinks, "I'm in charge because I'm the one doing all this." But think about it. The person who must provide is not the one with power. The person who can choose not to provide is. And that's the twist men rarely see. He thinks paying for everything makes him the leader. But in reality, it makes him the one who can't walk away. He thinks being responsible gives him authority. But it actually gives him obligations he can't escape. He thinks his role makes him respected, but it often just makes him useful. The man mistakes his dependency for dominance. He believes he's the foundation of the relationship, when he's actually the one most tightly bound to it. And the person who receives? They're not dependent. They're mobile. They can leave, replace, renegotiate, or simply stop participating. Their freedom comes from not being the one who holds everything up. This is the part that stings the most when a man finally sees it. The more he invests, the more he loses leverage. The more he gives, the more he ties himself down. The more he sacrifices, the more he becomes afraid to lose what he's built. And that fear, quiet, unspoken but ever present, is the real force that keeps him in place.